We have to remember that the true hallmark of ADHD are young kids and teens that are highly prompt dependent on adults. And what makes parenting these kids so difficult is they often have lots and lots of behaviors that are unintentional, but they have a very specific goal to keep themselves prompt dependent. This is because they are highly stimulated by the reinforcement they are getting. So we will see things like learned helplessness and various behaviors to make sure the child stays over accommodated, lots of focus gets spent on them, and the parents continue to do things for the child that the child is fully capable of doing themselves. It's just so much more stimulating and gratifying to have attention and have parents do things for you that aren't instantly gratifying, that you don't feel like doing. So how can I create emotional manipulation techniques and various behaviors to make sure things are done for me? And what I always see time and time again are these ADHD kids, before they become so highly prompt dependent and dependent on adults, is first they become emotionally dependent on their parents, where they run to their parents to get stimulated via attention. They rely on their parents for various emotions and various stimulation. And parents so often, with their best intentions, always end up falling for these traps, falling for these techniques, and it ends in daily arguments, negotiations, and endless fights that seem to never progress. The simplest way to put it is this tends to happen because, number one, the ADHD brain can really be relentless in their quest for control, in their quest for stimulation through both positive and negative. And what makes it so difficult to parent a child with ADHD is it just becomes so darn hard to set boundaries and stick with them. And when you don't set boundaries with an ADHD child, they are in control, and they are going to take control over the house with their emotions and their behaviors. So what these parents have to start doing is using very simplistic scripted terms. So saying something like, I see you're upset. I see you didn't like my answer, but the answer is no, and I am sticking with it, and then walking away, not physically being there in front of the child. And another really important thing is kids are going to their parents looking for stimulation, looking for attention. So what parents can simply start to say is, I need you to figure it out yourself. Go think about it, go figure it out, and come back to me when you have an answer you came up with yourself.